Hello everyone, and welcome back to As Far as the Eye, where the Awe tribe has just found themselves at a brand new halt, a small rainforest halt that seems to have a pack animal that we will quite happily add into our ranks, several beautiful cranes, quite a few spots, bogs, and lakes that are actually filled with fish, a few of the very fluffy peeps, as we learned these little alpaca things are called, and many fertile fields that we might actually have to go ahead and try our hand at growing at if we decide to stay here for a little while. I think picking up the pack animal at the very least is a good idea. Otherwise, there are not a ton of resources here, and we need to remember that this wood would need to be converted into a whole bunch of food, since every time we cook, we would need to use up the food. No pun intended, you know, would need to use it up. But the woods do have like hundreds and hundreds of bits of branches and tree trunks that we could use. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic, my friends. Last time we already looked over all of the different options we have to either get to the small rainforest halt, which definitely is probably going to be the next thing we do, since we cannot gather 600 steel to go over from the pepkin fields to the medium rainforest here. I'm pretty sure. However, I could be wrong. There is 200 steel here, and if we had one more spot that had steel, then technically, yes, we could indeed stay here. There's 4 unexplored spots that we might be able to poke and kind of examine and see if it's worth it. We'll have to see, there's a little bit of stone down here, so if we needed to do a bit of growing, that would be fine. But otherwise, I think getting ourselves over to the big marsh by getting as much wood and wool as possible would be a great idea. So the big marsh, we'd actually go across the chili path, and we would need a ton of the wool and wood in order to do that. We would be so close, just 1 halt away from the eye, 2 trails away from the eye. I have very high hopes. It'd be really nice to be able to gather up a lot more material. So I don't know, we'll have to see. Right now, I think we're definitely going to hold on to hopefully the 40 food, the 160 steel, and the 320 wood we need in order to get out of here and head onward. But we'll have to see. All right, if we need to, we're going to keep all of the materials we have to flee this area as quickly as possible so that we don't dilly-dally too long. But let's actually go ahead and put our caravan down right here. And just like that, we managed to get the pack animal. We have 2 extra rhinolophs now, so I do want to do something special with those guys. But for now, let's go ahead and Irene Moe, let's actually have Zoom on. Where is Zoom on, our builder? I think I might have him go ahead and deploy the camp so that we'll be able, the packed camp, so that we'll be able to have all of our little pupils working about. And then we'll have Irene Moe rest. We probably want to start working on food pretty quickly, so that means we need to get our best hunter. Let's find where Kalulai is. So we're going to get our best hunter gathering up the game. There's a lot of game birds that we can gather. And then we're going to get Neon unpacking the cookhouse, which we can actually do over here just to be out of the way of everything, so that we'll be able to get all of the cooking going. And then I think I can have maybe one more member of the tribe doing something. Gathering up pepkin, maybe? Gathering up, let's see, what can I gather from here? Oh, gathering up wood. That's definitely a super important thing. So I think Pepkin's actually our best woodcutter. Yes, and actually gets a whole bunch of knowledge per every woodcutting cycle. So Pepkin, I'm going to set you to be our woodcutter. And then I think that is all I can do, because Relly cannot do anything just yet. But I might have Relly do some woodcutting. Yeah, without more housing, we can't do anything else. So let's wait for the campsite to be built. Alright, hopefully we won't regret this. Oh, I love seeing everybody turn into They're really cool abilities. Oh yay, and we have predicted a downpour is going to happen. The rain is here. Each turn, the rain causes a lake or bog to flood. Plains near the lake and bog can be flooded, and bogs near the lake can become lakes. Okay, so we would need to be careful because the downpour would come, but that's thanks to our druid. So while Irene Mo is sitting there and resting and reflecting on how far we've come, they have actually gone ahead and they have seen the future in 111 days, which is plenty of time to gather up quite a bit of stuff from here. We will have a downpour. Oh, that is so cool. I love that they have that ability. Also, we have a lot of knowledge, and we might want to use that knowledge in order to create bigger structures that we could carry. Maybe? Or gardens. I would love to get gardens up at some point. In fact, if we wait, we can actually get gardens and we can begin the halt with at least 200 food more, I think. But man, having this multifunction is so useful. Like if we could just go ahead and do multifunction to gather spices without having to put down... Well, we need the dispensary to make the potions, actually. So maybe that's not a good thing to do. But it might be nice to do multifunction and then make it so we can gather up the wool without having to actually put down a pasture, because we don't have a mobile pasture. But at the same time, I mean, you could get a lot more wool from a pasture. I'm trying to think about building upgrades. No, I don't think you can get more wool from that. So we might do an upgrade on the caravan for multifunction then, and we might make it so we can just straight gather up the wool we need. So that's an option. Or we could go ahead, pupils harvesting resources from the caravan gain +1 MP, or natural connection. That would be really good for the Awe tribe. Pupils connected to the spirits pupils connect their spirits to the resources of their choosing, so that resources location is revealed as soon as they arrive at the halt. Aha! And then we would have to pick what we would find. So if we really wanted to know where all of the birds were, we could have a natural connection to that. Okay, that's very interesting, but I think we would want the multifunction and to gather up the wool. I think that's what we want to do, because then we could just immediately start wool gathering. I mean, lake might be kind of useful too. There's a lot to think about. And then what I want to have Zoomon build pretty soon is actually going to be the council, which is going to require stone. Ooh, maybe I should assign the stone. Do we have enough stone here? We have just enough stone that we can probably do repairs we might need and then build this council. We can unpack our market if we wanted to, but man, it's very expensive to be able to get things from the market. So gotta think about that. Workshop allows upgrades on buildings. Workshop upgrades are only active if the workshop is deployed, and it increases proximity bonus of all buildings by 5. I think I would want the council so that we could unlock bonuses related to events and travel. A lot to think about, my friends. A lot to think about. Do I want to build a field? Or... Alright, Noan, can you actually come and do a little exploring while we wait? And Relly, can you come do exploring? Because I think they can't do tasks, but they can do exploring, so I should have had them do that while we waited. Oh, a shake is coming? In 6, all permanent buildings will be particularly affected and lose. Okay, well we don't have any permanent buildings right now, so that's useful. Oh good, we found another forest. Good job, Relly. That was very good of you. And then Noan, why don't you go ahead and come over here? And then we'll try to go ahead and harvest up stuff soon. Oh, there is another lake over here. Maybe we would be able to actually have... Maybe we'd be able to actually gather a whole bunch of those fish and really benefit from... And I think, actually, Zoomon, can you... I could have sworn with bogs, you could sometimes, like, cover up the bog. Because I saw that, I guess it was a lake we had emptied. Then we could, like, cover up the lake with wood to get rid of it and turn it into a bog. We can't build on bogs. Alright, Zoomon. If there's about to be a shake to destroy permanent buildings, we probably don't want to put down a permanent building right now. We do need to make a new, let's put the dispensary out. Because we do need to make more potions in order to make sure that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, where, you know, we could top off. We could definitely make sure everybody is healthy. So let's get the dispensary out. And we can move the dispensary if we need in time. Alright. And meanwhile, Neon, you're done there. Yeah, we need stone, wool, and wood in order to do repairs. Yay, and the camp is done, so we can go ahead and start on that. And actually, we could make a whole bunch of fish. Heck, that might be really nice. Game a la pepkins, we can go ahead and create. I don't have any... I do have some spices with us, but I think we might want to save those for now. So let's make game a la pepkin for now. Alright, and Irene Mo, I'm actually going to have you come over and heal for just a minute. You cannot die, Irene Mo. Irene Mo is our druid, super important not to have anything bad happen to you. And Relly, you're actually ready for a task. So Relly, our excellent woodcutter and collector, I'm going to actually have you gather pepkin, of which there's quite a bit. And I think that's everybody. Oh geez, there's a lot of lakes here. No wonder it is like about to flood. I am not surprised. Alright, so do I want to gather a ton of fish and then possibly be able to trade those fish amongst other things? Or do I want to gather wool? I think I would want to gather wool. And it's a little bit of a hard decision to make. I will have Nyon actually be able to gather up the fish soon because they are an excellent fisher. But I think for the caravan, if we're going to use the knowledge, let's set it to gather wool because that's often something that holds us up. So we're going to set that. Whew, I can't believe we did that. And now we need to remember we need 400 wool to take with us. And there's only 600 here, so we do want to use caution. Alright, Neon, you go ahead and start gathering wool, please. Are you a decent grower? Decent grower. And everybody should have a task now. Excellent. Yay, and Irimo is healing! And that earthquake should come. Yeah, the shake is coming, but we have no permanent buildings right now. So we'll be fine. Yay! Okay, so we managed to survive that okay. Irimo, oh now you are waiting for more resources because you need more healing. And we only have a few spices. I have a feeling we'll probably get really far out of the market here. Because we can, hopefully, maybe we can trade the fish for spices. And oh, maybe we could get cereals. And we could have somebody start being a grower. I don't know if we'll need a grower, but we don't even have a grower at all. And we might need a grower on one of the future paths. Because a few of these paths, you did indeed need a grower in order to be able to progress. And we don't even have one. So while we're in the fertile fields, why not? Why not go ahead? Aha, Irene Mo. You can go ahead and come over. And we can get you making at least one potion to start with. And zoom on. In the honor of gathering up... So we're gathering up wool here. Maybe... Do I want to put down the woodcutter thing? Because that would allow us to gather up even more wood, which would be quite nice, the sawmill. And then we could put it away when we're done. I think I might put down the sawmill and let that happen. And then I do want to make the council area, which is going to need stone. So I am going to need to build ourselves a quarry, which thankfully is pretty cheap. So we might build a quarry right over here. I hate to get rid of the fertile land, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Yeah, I think I'll have Zoomon work on the quarry so we can try to get the council, because I think that that is one of the most intriguing opportunities we have. Alright, sorry fertile field. It's just the way it is. Termites will happen soon. All buildings adjacent to jungles, well, we have no jungles here. They're just forest, which is quite nice. Alright. There we go. What? Zoomon was done with the quarry that fast? Zoomon, I am extremely impressed. Alright, meanwhile, Irie Mo is preparing more of the potions. Okay, I think they have now finished. Good. Waiting for resources. So now I'm gonna have Irene Mo heal again. Alright, termites. Oh, 2 types of termites. Jungle, jungle. Oh, thank goodness. So the jungle termites would be raiding us, but we don't have any. Alright, zoom on. Or Irene Mo. Yay, Irene Mo's finally fully healed! About heckin' time. I have been so worried about that, to be honest, friends. Deeply worried. Let's see, how much steel do we need to carry on? 160. So we have to be very careful in the use of our steel. And we're going to have Irene Mo gather up these spices. They might become a grower, actually. If we harvest up all of these spices, there's only like 1 plane of spices. So Irene Mo might actually become a grower of other things, of cereals. Alright. And zoom on, how many pieces of wood do I need you to get, my friend? Before our council is ready, or excuse me, stone? 120. And then I need to be very cautious about the steel we need as well. So I might have them do that, and then I might have them come over and gather up all of the steel. And then we might build the council. So the council might take a little bit. Oh, a friendly caravan! Yay! Neon, go ahead and say hello. And let's go ahead and see what they've got. Alright. This caravan is seeking to trade. A pack animal in exchange for knowledge? If only we had more knowledge. Or Blue Hat wants to join your tribe. If you, Blue Hat wants to join your tribe if you help his tribe reach the eye by giving 50 stone and 50 steel. Maybe you could use the skills of a woodcutter and stonecutter. Normally, yes. However, we have a great group right now and no extra space. I'm very sorry, Blue Hat. So let's actually exchange a bunch of parchment pieces to study. Yes! I will take 400 more knowledge out of the blue. Blue-ot, you might say. There. Good, 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 good. And if we can get a couple backpacks, then I know we can store at least 200 of the wool that we're getting. But we might have to be very careful. Because, yeah, we have to be very careful that we have enough wool, that's for sure. Alright, thank you very much, friendly caravan. Alright, they're headed off. Oh, Neon, you need to go ahead. And you need to carry on with your hunter stew? Should I have you do? I'm gonna have Neon continue with game a la Pepkin for now. Because we might need those spices. Bog mosquitoes. Yeah, we might need those spices, and we'll have to be very careful about crossing bogs if we can, to go ahead and make more potions so that we can cure ourselves, because we have a couple sickly members of the tribe. And then Zoomon, I'm probably going to have you come over and repair things once you're done here. Yay, Zoomon! Good stone gatherer! How are we doing on stone cutting? Good. And then, let's see. Oh, preservation! Huh, that would be wonderful if we could get preservation so that we don't run out of these precious small spots of stone so quickly. Okay, I think Relly might get sick in the next 10 turns. So if I can keep Relly out of the bog, then that would be okay. So we're gonna make sure, Relly, you actually come over here. I'm gonna send you this way and have you gather Pepkin there instead. And I'm gonna try to keep away from, yeah, permanent buildings will get a shake. And I'm gonna try to keep everybody out of this bog, but it looks like it might be a little trickier than I thought. Alright, avoid the bogs, my little ones. Oh, and we've already gathered up all of the game there. Holy cow, we have such an expert hunter. We're doing good on food, though. And Kalulai actually brings in a bunch of knowledge as they hunt. And I think we get plus 10 on everybody harvesting each harvest cycle now, which is quite useful. Alright, he's going to do more hunting over there. And Noan! What was that? Noan is now going to gain some knowledge as they go ahead and herd. Noan could become one of our farmers, too. And apparently the farmers can predict the herders can predict minor issues in 20 turns in advance, which I think would be kind of amazing. And duplicates the last storage line of the beast, huh? Or they can gain knowledge. That's really cool. Okay, we're gonna have to think about that. Alright, carry on, my friends. Bog mosquitoes are here. Another shake. I will totally accept this permanent building issue. All of our buildings are held up by balloons. So we're okay so far. We've got lots of food so far. Doing good there. No one is actually like, oh yeah, no one, or excuse me, Neon is almost up to the top level chef, which I am so tickled by. Alright, zoom on. Oh, there's a squall coming. Let's see. All mobile buildings will lose 50 HP? I don't think so. We will definitely have to tuck them away and re-put them down rather than deal with that. So yeah, Squall is not taking away our mobile buildings. Thank you very much. But alright, my friends, it looks like even though there are some concerns that we have with the bog nearby and with having to be very cautious with where to guide our little tribe, we're actually doing quite well. Everybody is bringing in knowledge. Everybody is being able to gather up quite a bit of food. I'm very happy about that. We've got Pepkin constantly coming on in. We have got food coming in. We're really sitting on top of a whole bunch of fantastic rations. Soon we will hopefully have a whole bunch of potions, enough to be able to cure ourselves and heal ourselves up. Irene Moe's at it. We might go ahead and fishing pretty soon. Zoom on might go ahead and get a chance to even build that council area. We'll have to see. And as always, we'll be able to flee this area at the drop of a hat if we really need to, like before the gigantic downpour that is on the way. I think we're doing pretty good. But alright, my friends, if you guys could, do please leave a like for our little tribe. It feels so wonderful to finally have them truly thrive. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!